Man, oh yeah, that one terrible, terrible, man. I just yeah, man, I had to take some they be trying to get you to get like all kind of stuff on here, bro. Yeah, take me an Alka-Seltzer, man. My throat started itching. I said, "Oh no, we ain't doing this."
Oh, oh, what's a hairball?
Yeah, no, childish, childish, not at all.
Oh man, no.
So
What y'all
welcome to the
boys
show,
ain't
man.
ready.
Just before we get everything started, man, you been watching the show?
Yeah, man. Duke got me tapped in, man. So, you know what I'm saying? Trying to make sure I bring the same energy as y'all boys, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what's up, man. We try to have fun on here, man. It's a good little crew. You know.
Oh, yeah, that's what it's all about, man.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely, man. I miss my boy Ken today, though. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah, man. Yeah, but you know.
Man, he the old man, but he got the heart though, bro. I ain't. Yeah, he got the
Already.
heart. So. Well, we're starting to get some people in here, so yeah, we're gonna talk about these terrible movies.
Terrible, cuz.
Guys to.
Man, I was listen. It was so many, bro. My brain would let me like process them. Like
You had a
mental
to spread them
overload.
out.
Yeah, straight mental overload.
Boy, there's some bad ones out there, man. There's some real bad ones out there.
Straight mental overload.
Oh yeah.
And you would think you would think it would have been hard to been like, I mean, easy to be like, oh yeah, this and that, but then
It's harder because it's more.
Once you start, everything just start piling up in you. I said, yeah. So I was like, I just give up. I'm just gonna next movie that pops up in my head, that's the one I'm gonna pick because it's just there's so many.
Yeah.
And then and a lot of them that not a lot of them, but a lot of them that we talked about earlier already in the previous podcast, like 90% of Tyler Perry movies, and
yeah. I ain't even think about that. That kind of started like the terrible movie.
Yeah, man. Mo, have you ever seen a movie called Knock Knock?
No, I can't say that I have.
I need you to watch.
That might be a reason why I ain't seen it. I don't know.
It's a reason.
I need you to watch it. I'm letting you know it's terrible. But it's so terrible that I need to share the terribleness. Like I need somebody else to see this.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna go ahead and introduce the show, and then everybody can just file in as they come in. So, what up, beautiful people? This is the Popcorn in Your Beard podcast. I'm your host Rashad, along with the fellas.
What's going on, man? This your boy Duke, your favorite fat person.
And we got a guest filling in today for King. He's taking care of some stuff. So, King Mo, welcome to the podcast.
Yeah, appreciate y'all boys for having me, man.
Oh, yes, sir. We're gonna definitely have some fun today. It's usually the fun times when we talk about the bad movies, because
everything that's trash.
Yeah, because oh god, well, that knock going to add everybody going. So yeah. So as I told y'all, was like the Batman movies, like those the ones before the reboot where they had the rubber suits with the nipples on them. Yeah.
Hey, you know they got a marathon going on right now.
For what?
For Batman.
For Batman.
Yeah, like right now, Batman is on. I think Batman Begins is the one that's coming on next. The one
No,
that's
no,
on
no.
now is the
I'm not talking about those. I'm talking about the George Clooney Batman, where Arnold Schwarzenegger was Mr. Freeze.
oh yeah,
Yeah, yeah, mm-hmm.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Arnold
yeah.
Schwarzenegger was Mr. Freeze.
And the Poison Ivy, I post with Poison Ivy
Oh
was in there
yeah,
too.
yeah.
Is that when Jim Carrey was the Riddler?
That's the one before.
Oh, okay.
That's yeah. I mean, both of them were bad movies, but that was the one before, and it was like so. Tim Burton directed the first two with Michael Keaton in it. Honestly, those two are probably my favorite Batman movies. The Dark Knight is like it's top tier, but
Most definitely.
but those movies to me kind of set the stage for what it could be, and it just had to be taken a little serious because it was still kind of gimmicky back then. I mean, respects to keep the Heath Ledger, but Jack Nicholson is my favorite Joker.
Yeah,
I mean, like honestly respects to what Heath Ledger did, but if not for Jack Nicholson putting the Joker where it was, because the Joker was played in like I don't know if y'all used to watch like the TV show, the TV show Batman series with Adam West, where he had on like the gray suit. It was
Big
it was just
homie
goofy.
Adam West.
Yeah, so it was like the dude Cesar Ramirez played him. And it was just goofy. So it was like when you saw this man shake somebody's hand and electrocute them, then set them on fire, you was like, oh, this serious. And
Exactly.
I think that the Heath Ledger one just took it the next step, because I still think they still had like I don't want to say child mentality when it came to them, but it wasn't the serious ones that the new ones had took it in. And then I watched the Batman, the new one. I really didn't. It was a little too serious. I ain't really care for it. But that still doesn't help the fact that there were two movies in the middle of all this that just George Clooney could not stop moving his neck. His head was doing this the whole every time he talked. It was like
I don't know
if somebody
whose
had tell him,
idea it
but
was
even
to
when it was in the
cast.
bat suit, his neck just kept doing this. It was like, what is wrong with this man's head? I don't know. I don't know if there's something wrong with George Clooney, but
I don't know whose idea was to cast that man as Batman, but
I don't either. Him nor Val Kilmer was like, I was just like, yeah, nah. What's good, man?
So are they making these movies? Like are different companies making these movies?
No, they're all done by Warner Brothers.
So like my question is like why you at least won't have like them do two movies like at a time? I mean, I understand the whole changing thing, but like have one person do like at least two movies. Like every
Well,
two movies changed, yeah. But like every movie, it's like it
well, they
just changed
tried to
another
get
movie.
Michael Keaton to do it, but he didn't like the director. So like that's why you had them go after Val Kilmer, and then he didn't like Val Kilmer, so then he went after George Clooney, and then they were like, yeah, nah, your movies ain't hitting, but you really getting like all the bad reviews on Rotten Tomatoes. Like I think they were like 17% or something like that on Rotten Tomatoes. They were bad. They were bad.
oh yeah, that's trash. That's
yeah,
trash.
they were bad. But a lot of it was the director thing, because I think Tim Burton went and did something else after the Batman series. I think he probably did like maybe like a Johnny Depp movie or something like that, because that's his boy. Johnny Depp is his boy. So he probably started doing like some of those movies and stuff like that. Because I don't know when Edward Scissorhands came out, but I know that was Tim Burton.
But, I want to say that was like late 80s, early 90s.
Okay, so that was
Because
that
I
was
still
like
I own Edward Scissorhands. That's one of my favorites.
yeah. Edward Scissorhands one of those movies you it's old, but like it's like what's the movie with the dude Powder?
Oh
Where he,
yeah,
where he got
That
where he
movie
got
was a
like
trip too.
electrocuted or something like that. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that one was crazy. But like
Hey,
that was
it
like the
was
Edward
Scissorhands.
Scissorhands.
Half of it was filmed here in Lakeland.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, half of it was filmed. The the beauty shop scenes, like the shopping
Mm-hmm.
plaza, that was
Big
here
Ken,
in
what's up,
Lakeland.
Bob?
What's going on, Ken? That was here in Lakeland. So I guess because of that, most people around here always watch it. But I enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I forgot when I watched. I think Edward Scissorhands that came on like TV or something like that, and that was like the first time I watched it. But like I didn't know about Johnny Depp before that though. I don't know if it was because of that movie, but I didn't know about Johnny Depp before that. But I don't know, man. It's just I don't know if it was George Clooney. What was wrong with George Clooney, boy? I couldn't take him serious. And I think it was also the villain part because all these villains in this was just stupid. Like Uma Thurman is
Poison
Poison
Ivy.
Ivy, and then you had Arnold Schwarzenegger is Mr.
Mr.
Freeze, and he just
Freeze,
kept
you
saying like
had
stupid stuff. What
he
did he
had the
say?
one he
What
kept
happened to
saying
the
he had it with the one
dinosaurs?
liners.
The Ice Age. It's just like you don't stop playing. It was just stupid, man. It was just corny one-liners, and I was just like, how much they paid this man to do this? Because if you remember, they had Vivica Fox playing in it, right? And she was like trying to rub up on him and stuff like that. He was like, yeah, he was saying something. I don't know. Vivica Fox was looking good back then, but I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah. I don't know
Like
Yes,
what she's
in
indeed.
that
doing
part,
now.
she had
Yes, indeed.
on that ice costume or whatever it was. But yeah, I don't know, man. He's probably one of the more comical villains, like because Jim Carrey and Tommy Lee Jones, like they were bad. Like Two-Face was bad. Jim Carrey was bad. And it was crazy because Jim Carrey was going through a divorce at the time. So he was trying to do some stuff to his character. He couldn't do it because he had to show up in court still. So it was like
That's tough.
he wanted to carve like a question mark in his head, but he couldn't really do it because he had to go to court. So I'm like, yeah, you really ain't gonna be looking good in court. You do that. But
You're looking crazy.
it just man, and then Bane, like he was just a little grunting little monkey basically the whole time. And I mean, I'm so when it comes to like comic book movies, I have a hard time separating comic books from the actual movies.
Mm-hmm.
But this one just blew me. It wasn't even Barbara Gordon. It was Barbara something, but it was supposed to be Barbara Gordon, who was supposed to be the police chief's daughter. But the police chief was he wasn't even like Commissioner Gordon. He wasn't even like the Commissioner Gordon that everybody knows that be running around like doing stuff. He was like this old overweight, looked like he should be retired police chief.
Oh damn, Chief Wiggum.
Yeah. I was just like, bro, why is it that always big guys always gotta be just goofy in these movies, man? Like, because remember Poison Ivy was gonna kiss him, and she was like, nah, you too old or something like that.
Always gotta be the fat jolly people.
I was just like, come on, man. So it wasn't even like a Batman like you could take serious. It was just like it's just goofy, man. And I think that's what like helped when they re-released Batman, like Batman Begins. Even though I hate Christian Bale, man. And it's because he did certain movies, man. I just can't get that out. I can't get out the fact that he did certain movies, and that just kind of like pushes me into that. I don't like this.
Well, I'm gonna give you a heads up, bro. Before we go further, this man got a list of people that he don't like. I'm saying
I
mean, my boy Rashad is hard to please, brother. He got a list of people that's on his hit list that he don't like.
I mean, listen, Ben Affleck and Christian Bale just up there. That's just all it is. That's just what it is. I can't help that. But I was talking to somebody about this, man, and I was telling them I think what it is, like, the villains have always made. There's never been a real good Batman. The villains have always just been better than him in the movies, and that's why it made the movies better. Like, to be honest, I like Michael Keaton as Batman, but the reason why I like the movies more is because of Jack Nicholson. It's because of Danny DeVito playing the Penguin. You know what I'm saying? It was never because of the Batman. Like, whatever. I love fun. No, like, bro, Christian Bale wasn't that. I'm sorry, he wasn't. And you know what I'm saying? Like, the Ra's al Ghul character is what made it better for me. You know what I'm saying? The Scarecrow character, even though he had like a short part in it, made it better for me. And nobody can tell me that he wasn't outshined in the second one. You know, with Heath Ledger. The only one I probably give him credit for any movie, but that still was that wasn't that one. I didn't even like that one. They could have kept that one.
Which one you didn't like?
The last one. The one that had Bane in it.
You didn't like that one?
Nah. I ain't like his voice.
I did.
I didn't like his voice. I like the character. I didn't like his voice.
That's because Bane is Darth Vader, the second cousin on his auntie side. That's why he sound like that.
Yeah. And his bear's going dead in a little box thing.
That's horrible.
That's why he sound like
it. It was as bad. He sounded like a cancer patient. I wasn't with it, man. Nah. That was terrible. But it's just, man, I look back at those movies. I go, because as a kid, bro, you watch those and you was like, this is cinema. This is great. But as an adult, you go back and you look at it, you be like, what was I watching?
Yeah, it's a lot of movies. You go back and watch it as an adult, and it's like, word, I'm going to tell you, the one movie that messed me up very bad as an adult, Lion King. Because I was like,
now you talking about watching it from understanding how the animal kingdom actually works, or you talking about something else?
No, I'm saying as a movie that I enjoyed thoroughly in my childhood, and just watching the movie and just accepting it at face value for what it was, but then watching it again as an adult, like 27, 28, and being like, situational awareness is different, and you like, bro, like, that's your own brother, like, you really out here moving like this, cuz? And it's just, I was just like,
it's a messed up movie.
I was like, come on, bro.
Yeah, nah, it's messed up. Nah, it's a real messed up movie. The thing that messed me up with Lion King is when I started to understand how the lions actually work in real life.
Yeah.
And then you start looking at situations where
it's a big old poly world.
Simba and Nala, brother and sister, and you just like, oh, this makes it all weird. Like, that's the only thing that messed me up about Lion King. Because honestly, Lion King is probably I would say it's my favorite animation. And I was gonna say Toy Story, but the Lion King was just, you can't find a flaw in it. Like, there's not a flaw when you go look at Lion King. It's not. I mean, there's really not one in Toy Story, but the animation for Toy Story doesn't hold up as like the animation for Lion King does. Like,
right.
If you go back and look at Toy Story, like, that was when best Disney soundtrack. I don't know who got the best Disney soundtrack. Maybe Aladdin. Aladdin soundtrack was dope.
That's tough.
I don't know.
That's tough.
Disney
got 750 movies, bro. That's tough.
That's tough.
Yeah,
I mean, Moana's on was begging, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Bro, listen. When that movie came out, when I tell you the amount of times I had to listen to that album,
listen,
in the car, bro. Anywhere we going? Can you play the Moana song? It was that one in Frozen, bro. I was like, yo.
Listen, I'm glad she over. I'm glad my little girl over them things.
What? I'm glad she finally let it go. That's what I'm glad. I was so tired of let it go.
Oh my gosh, that Moana, bro. That Moana, just Jesus Christ. That's
and my daughter had a Moana phase too.
Bro, it was
once they get hooked, but that's it. That's all you're hearing for. That's all you're hearing for a month straight.
Yeah, it was bad. But nah, man, I don't know. It's hard to dismiss like certain things when it comes to like comic book movies. Like other things, I'll be all right. If it's good, if it's a good, like I'm okay with it. Like I wasn't upset that in spoilers if you haven't seen it, I wasn't upset in Black Widow when Taskmaster was actually a woman. I was upset that they made it look like it was a man the whole time, and then it comes to find out it's a robot that's basically doing all the work, and she's just inside of the body. And I was like, okay, if you're gonna do that, if you're gonna change the character and make it a woman, make it like some bad, like like you remember in Kill Bill when your girl went up against Lucy Liu, and they fought.
Yeah.
And Lucy Liu was like one of the baddest, like swords people out there, and she was like, right, do that, like make it compelling. Like don't do it like, oh well, because I feel like what they did was they baited in like the comic book viewers and the people who knew who Taskmaster was, and they made it look like it was a dude. Because if you go back and look at it, the CGI is terrible because her head don't fit the body on the thing. So that was terrible. But if you go back and look at it, they made it look like it was a guy inside of the costume. So it's like this whole time you're looking at it, you don't even think that it could be a woman. But it's like if they just would have went ahead and just made it a woman from the get-go, everybody would have been fine with it. But you had to do it in a way where you stop changing characters just to change them and make them be something better than what they were. Like you can change that woman and make her a dope character. Like that's all people be asking for. But it's like they take it as an attack on women. It's not that.
I think they try to force a wow factor when they do stuff like that.
Of course.
They're trying to force it.
You just put it in there for no reason. And it's like, nah, it didn't help with the character. It didn't make the character better. It actually hurt the character. Because now the character has no kind of development, no kind of nothing, like, and it's a voiceless character. Like it's a voiceless character. And then you took one of the coolest elements of what made Taskmaster and just did it dumb.
Yeah, because then you got people anticipating one thing and you driving in this one direction the whole time, and then it's like bam, random left turn. It ain't green, it's yellow, and it's like it's not making no sense right now.
Yeah, I was over it. I was over the movie. I was sitting there like, yeah,
the process of the buildup was terrible.
Yeah, I was ready for it to be over with. But yeah, man, that's shoot. Yeah, Batman Forever and Batman and Robin are two of the worst superhero movies ever. They are. They're
Batman has always been hit or miss though. Like it's either good or it's trash.
But it's because they get they most of the time they get the villain right. They don't get Batman right. And like that's what like messes it up. Like they'll get the villain right, but they'll never get Batman right. And it's like, all right, cool. But nah, those other two, those are just bad movies. They weren't.
I also think when it comes to the villain, though, I feel like they have to spend more time on the villain because Batman is just here to save the day. The villain has a plan, so they have to focus on the villain plan more than they have to focus on Batman. So anytime you take your focus off one thing to focus on another, you always is gonna like neglect like even the smaller details. About certain things when it comes to get. So I feel like no matter if you got 7 more Batmans coming out with new villains, the Batman always gonna get the short end of the stick. He just gonna have the name on the movie.
Yeah, I think that's why I liked T'Challa's character in Civil War versus T'Challa's character in the Black Panther. where it was like now the movie's about him, but now they make it more so about the surrounding characters versus building his character up a little more. Versus when he was in Civil War, he was just like he stood out. He just stood out more. So it is hit or miss when it comes to that a lot, because it's like, all right, well, I'm gonna develop this character, but then I'm gonna lose on this character. It's like, where are we drawing that line? Okay, we definitely blocking whoever that is.
Yeah, bro, I don't know what that was, bro. We on move, by the way. We on live on YouTube, and some of these comments, somebody spamming the comment section right now with some foolishness.
Definitely report. No, we get nothing up out of here. I mean, technically, I guess that means we made it.
You know what I'm saying?
but yeah, somebody out here wilding in the comments. Okay, cool. And how you block this person? Where is it? Okay, let's see. We're gonna block this person right here. Yeah. All right. Anyway, we're moving forward. So those were my terrible movies. I know you guys said y'all had some other ones y'all wanted to talk about. So let's go ahead and move on to that.
Go ahead, dude.
No, you the guest, man. Go ahead, man. Guess first.
So, a movie that I think is terrible,
but
it's so terrible that I actually started liking the movie, was Napoleon Dynamite. I feel like it's so terrible that it's likable. It's like when somebody got a dog and the dog is ugly, but the dog is so ugly that it's cute. That's how I feel about Napoleon Dynamite.
I feel you.
I don't.
I mean, I'm trying to think if I ever seen. Like, I'm trying to think if I ever seen an ugly dog that I just was like, you know,
ugly.
I mean, he kind of handsome. I mean, you know.
I mean, unless you talking about as far as like the dog is ugly and you start looking at other features, like he got a nice coat.
But everybody likes British bulldogs, but like they a bit ugly to me. I'm just gonna put that out there.
Yeah, but they know how to skateboard though.
I guess. I mean, I get you with Napoleon Dynamite. It is one of those it's so bad that it's good movies. Cause I mean, the roundhouse to the face, like
I'm just like that whole 80s thing hilarious. With the Casio keyboard soundtrack to and Napoleon's facial expressions, bro. It's just like, I mean, it's hilarious, but it's terrible at the same time.
To me, he's the type of person. The way he looks, personally, is just he make you want to be a bully. Like, just makes you want.
He makes you want to be a bully.
Yeah, it just makes you just want to say, "Why you come outside? Like, why you come outside? Go back in the house."
Well, dude, we know what you would do with this, cool.
With them big soft boots. I actually follow a chick on TikTok who looked just like Napoleon. And like that's her whole thing. Dressing up as Napoleon and doing like different TikTok dances and shit like that. She looked just like Napoleon. That's crazy.
That movie was terrible. I think I watched it maybe twice. And I think the second time was maybe forced or
you were forced to watch?
Not really.
I bought it,
but
you bought it. I didn't buy it. I didn't buy it. I used to like. Most of the time, I usually like buy movies. Do I have it over there? No, I don't have it over there.
You bought it, then you watched it for the first time, or you watched it, then you bought it?
I bought it after I watched it.
Man, you making no sense right now, bro. I just feel like you
like I seen it. I was like, "The fuck is this?" And then somebody talked me into buying it. and I bought it. And they was like, man, just give it. And they was like, just give it another chance, bro. And I was like, all right, man, I'm finna pour me a drink. I'm finna just erase everything off my schedule for that day. And I'm really just gonna sit and watch this movie. And I was just like, it's so corny, it's so stupid, but I couldn't stop laughing at that shit, bro. Like,
I understand.
It's just, but it's terrible.
Yeah, I mean, I have some terrible DVDs that I bought. Now I will say most of those DVDs I bought before I watched them. Like I bought Avatar: The Last Airbender before I watched it, and I wish I would have watched it first.
You could have saved $30.
Oh, boy,
you could have saved that 30.
We'll talk about that on another Tuesday, but that is probably one of the worst adaptations. My God, that and Dragon Ball Evolution. Yeah. I could. Yeah. We go. Yeah. What else you got, man? What
you got, Duke?
All right, so I had one in my bag, right? But then Rashad reminded me of another one. The one I want to bring up is Juwanna Mann.
Country got you crazy.
Listen, Juwanna Mann was so bad.
Oh, it's terrible. It's terrible.
Nah, I'm gonna say this. Juwanna Mann was bad to the point, kind of like not like I watched it because I was almost in belief that like it can't be this bad. But at the same time, I'm not like Mo. Like it was so bad till I started like it. Because I don't think I even.
No. Juwanna Mann, that's a terrible.
I don't think I think I laughed one time at the very end when he was like, I don't care if it's you, man. Is you, man? I don't know. Like he was confused. That's the only part of that movie that made me like chuckle a little bit. That whole movie. I know we talk about all the time the fantasy aspect is a movie or whatever, but come on, dog. Come on, dog.
See, I'm different when it comes to that. Like, I laugh at bad movies because I just can't believe it's happening. Like, I laugh at the fact that nobody ever gave this man a physical, knowing that you have to take physicals as a sports player. You have to. They're gonna give you a physical. Ain't no way you escaping that, big dog. Yeah. And it was just like at certain point, I was just like, man, this is stupid. Like, this is like Juwanna Mann is one of those movies where it's so bad that it's insulting. Because it's like you looking at it like
very
ain't no way you really
it's been times where Juwanna Mann has like been on TV, somebody's been watching, and I'm sitting beside somebody and they chuckle and I get mad. Like, what you laughing about? I get mad. What you laughing about? Like, stop laughing. It's not it, bro.
Wasn't Lil Kim like his girlfriend or wife or something like that in there?
Yeah. He was the girlfriend that left when once she found out he was broke.
Everybody left. Oh, that party that he had, I've never seen a party clear out that. And it's like, this is my thing. I hate when movies do this, where they tell something before, like, or they do something that usually is not like protocol. Like, there's no way he would have got his stuff evicted. Like, he would have got evicted that fast. Like, his stuff wouldn't have got repossessed that fast. Like, and then this is my thing. So just because you got suspended indefinitely, you ain't got no more money? You broke?
Right.
Like, all the way broke?
Off real.
So it's just like you ain't paid no bill because they came and got his stuff the next day.
Bro, he been behind.
Ain't nobody in America moving that fast. Bro.
That's what I'm saying. How you get evicted that fast, bro?
Listen, bad cops. I ain't never seen bad cops.
Not Runner Center, not nobody. They ain't coming to get it that fast.
Nobody.
No. Can't take moving that fast, cuz.
And then, bro, I know we skipping ahead, but at the end, when they had the court date thing, and I'm just thinking to myself, this man done committed so many crimes. What you mean? Don't send him to jail. This man that been in the locker room with all these women.
All these women.
Done seen them naked all this time. And you mean to tell me it's okay with y'all? Y'all good with that? Y'all good with that? It's okay.
Yeah.
He was just trying to live out his dream as a basketball player.
Oh my God, it was bad.
Like, what?
It was so bad. Like, there's so many stupid parts in it, man. Like when the police pulled them over, and the police was telling him that he wanted sex change because he thought he had one. I was like, bro, come on, man. Like, it's like, yeah. I think I'm more amazed about the movie that it was able to be made.
Listen, man,
times was different back then, man.
Oh man, you can make anything.
You couldn't drop Juwanna Mann right now.
I think you could.
Like Mike was made with an iPhone. Somebody had an iPhone making like Mike.
Yeah, I think you could make Juwanna Mann now. I'm
pretty sure you could. Tyler Perry do it all the time.
Yeah, I think Juwanna Mann now would be an inspirational move to encourage somebody.
Stop
I'm lying.
Stop it.
I'm lying.
Inspirational movie for what though? Because they gonna try to swing it.
Bro. You know, we can't get deep into it because them people strong over there. But what I'm saying is, listen, I'm about to mute your mic. No. Let me get this out. What he did in this movie, right? People are trying to do now. They're like slowly doing it. So this would be like, if he can do it, I can do it. Like,
LeBron gonna be over in the WNBA?
Bro, listen, listen.
Like what Dave Chappelle say, he averaging 240 points a game.
Bro, just like the college swimmer, the guy, he was like number 480 in the country. Decide that division. Yeah, he decided that he wanted to be a woman, and now he number one in the country.
Yeah, that's crazy.
As a woman, it's the same thing where it was an MMA fighter. It's a guy.
That's just
now he wanted to be the woman. And now he like number one.
That's wrong.
You remember the little black girl that ran track, and she was smoking everybody, and they thought she was a boy.
Oh,
yeah, I know that.
She was like African or something like that, and she was like 16, 17, was just smoking everything, and then she was smoking people to the point where it was like that can't be no little girl. And she got mad and spoke out like, look, like I'll drop my drawers and show you I'm a girl if that's what it's going to come to. But it was like, she got tired of people calling her a little boy, man. But I was just like, hey.
It should never come to that. I'm just going to say
that. No, it should not, for the record.
It should never come
It should not. But she wanted to smoke, though.
Yeah, nah, man. I don't know, man. I thoroughly believe that I don't think you can make Juwanna Mann now. I honestly don't think you can make it. Because the reason why you couldn't make it is because you're making it a joke now. It's no longer something that's like, somebody's feeling this way inside, and now they're working their way into that. It started off as a joke. It started off as, I could fake everybody out and be in WNBA. Was it the WNBA or was it something else? I think it was the WNBA. I don't know.
It was the equivalent.
Because this is my thing. This man took his clothes off on national TV on the basketball court with kids in there. And not only did he take his clothes off, he took his drawers off too. And shot them in the stands.
Did he have a jock strap?
He shot it in the stands.
But they play jock straps in basketball?
Bro, listen, I don't ask no questions. I don't ask those questions. They don't, but I don't answer those questions.
That is
That's
a
not a
negative,
question for me.
Okay,
That's not a question for me. That's not a question.
That is a negative. That is a negative.
I just thought about that. Do they
There's no reason
to.
If you playing against Draymond Green, you might need one. But other than that,
that man will call for the championship, brother. Like,
it just be so crazy how he be acting like it's an accident too. Like, I don't know what happened.
Shit, you lift your leg up. I mean, that's how it happens.
All the way up.
But all the way man, you can't. But this man should have been arrested right there, like right there. This man done exposed himself in front of kids. Like he should have been arrested right there. Pedophile.
You know why this? You know why else this is a bad movie? The same reason why you said about Morris Chestnut. There's nothing about this man that says
he don't look athletic at all.
At all. Especially I don't know why, but when he came back to the NBA, bro, he looked more feminine coming back.
Because you was still wearing makeup. That's what it was.
Yeah, at that point,
you look like he was wearing like eyeliner from like the beginning of the movie.
His eyebrows was on fleek, bro.
I was just like, is he wearing eyeliner?
Nothing about a man should ever be on fleek. Fleek is not a word that belongs in the male vocabulary. No.
That's horrible.
This is not, bro. This is not.
Man, listen, bro.
I don't know what made them make that movie. I guess they were just like, we just making whatever. Because like I said, they made so many basketball movies. They made Like Mike. They made Like Mike 2. I didn't even know it was Like Mike 2.
I believe that some movies are made for the specific reason of just chasing a bag. Like let's develop, let's put this production together and present it to the general public for the sake of getting a bag, which is going to segue into another movie that I think is terrible, that I think was made for the bag and the bag only. The nostalgia was there leading up to the movie, but Coming to America 2.
I've had this debate with people too. I think
I felt like the movie was made for the bag. Let me get back in touch with the old gang, reassemble everybody like the Avengers, bring in a couple of new people, and one time to go back down memory lane from 30 years ago. Let's put this movie together and try to get a bag off of it. Because I mean, like I said, the nostalgia was there for the build up leading up to it.
No, it was terrible.
But it just didn't. It was terrible. It was Buddy's funeral, bro. Are you serious?
Bro, yeah. Come on, man.
Need I say more? The funeral scene.
Yeah.
I was like, why they did my man James Earl Jones like that, man?
And he agreed to it.
I know, but James was bored. That's what it is. That's why he came back and did, that horrible Lion King movie. He just be bored. I think that's what it was. But
I think it was peer pressure. It got to be something. It's peer pressure or something. Like
they cornered him in a room.
Somebody did something. He owed the mob some money or something. It was somebody.
Yeah.
And it's like Wesley Snipes, bro. You went from Nino Brown to this.
But Wesley Snipes was so goofy in this, man. I was just like, I wasn't expecting it. Only time I actually and they ran it into the ground. Because my favorite scene from Coming to America is the barbershop scene. Right. I could quote that thing from beginning to end. I've seen Coming to America so many times it's not even funny. We replayed that scene. I don't know. We had a VHS, so that's how bad it was. We were rewinding the VHS to get to it. But they redid the barbershop scene again in this. And it was just like,
I already know what you're getting at. Go ahead and talk about it.
It's not funny. It's not funny. I'm sorry. It's not funny. It's not. You did it already. It was
and
funny.
Then look, and then let me say this. I feel like what I pick up from you is some things still have to have some level of realism to it, right?
A little bit.
So if everybody in the barbershop was already 96 30 years ago, it's 30 years ago, and y'all just look 98, 99. Like what's really going on?
Like the only person that wasn't there was the actual other person that I think he passed away. The other one that was actually older. But it was just like, that's what I'm saying. Like, man, I can have fun with movies. I just don't want to have to suspend every bit of belief. Like, I watched we went and watched this the Scream movie, man, the new one that just came out. And if you haven't watched it and you want to watch it, I'm sorry, but I'm about to spoil it. But the fact that one of the killers was this little girl who was probably about 5'4", maybe $125, and she lifted Dewey up, sliced him in half. And I was just thinking to myself, no, like no, like stuff like that. Like I'm like, and it's like with horror movies, man. Like you can always suspend belief because a person gets shot 42 times and they still be alive at the end of the movie,
right?
And you just be like, all right, well, movie magic, but physics, no. I'm sorry. No. It's just not gonna happen. But I don't know what it is about like these classic movies that people are running out of ideas to do, and they just going back and rebooting.
I agree with that.
Else. Yeah,
they're going back and rebooting everything else. They're tired of making good movies. So it's like when you get, and that's why I respect Top Gun. Like Top Gun waited all these years and remade a movie, and it was better than the first one. Then you go, I think it's Eddie Murphy though. When was the last good Eddie Murphy movie you've seen?
The fact that we taking this long to answer this damn question bothering me.
But it's another mental overload because Eddie Murphy got so many movies.
He does.
But at the same time, I can't think of anything recent. You know what I'm saying? Because automatically when I think good Eddie Murphy movies, I'm going back to like box fade Eddie Murphy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So as far as like recent in his old age, probably not that many.
Nah, bro. When he started doing like those kiddie movies, when he started doing Pluto Nash, Pluto Nash is god awful. God awful.
I've never seen it, nor have I ever heard of it.
Oh, bro. You need to watch it. Pluto Nash is terrible. And it's crazy because the only reason why I watched Pluto Nash because I was like, oh, Pam Grier's in this. Eddie Murphy, okay, bet. I'm about to watch it. That thing was terrible. It was bad because it's like Eddie Murphy had this edge about him when it came to stuff, and then he made Norbit. Mm-hmm. We'll talk about Norbit another day. But
Norbit wasn't that bad.
We'll talk about Norbit another day. but it just became like this man he's just doing movies. He's like Will Smith now. Like Will Smith just does movies now. I'm pretty sure of it. Like, because that thing he did with Jaden, After Earth, the Earth, something.
I know what you're talking about.
That's what it's called, After Earth.
Something like that.
That where they had them horrible British accents.
Is that what that one like? When he was like a clone or something?
No, that was Gemini Man.
Gemini Man. After Earth is the one where they went on the it's like a planet, another planet, or something like that. It crashes.
Oh yeah.
The plane crashes or the ship crashes, and he has to go find like help and stuff like that, and it's like this monster creature thing that only smells fear. I was just
it's a lot of reaching going on, bro.
Listen, man.
It's a lot of reaching. I was I think another movie for me that did it that I guess culturally is supposed to be a good one, but it was horrible to me. I didn't like it from beginning to the end. Was Soul Plane. Soul Plane, bro, was just Jesus Christ. Soul Plane
set black people
so,
back 100 years, dog.
Listen, Soul Plane is the same thing. I'm not going to say the movie because I don't like going to with y'all. But Soul Plane was kind of like it was too many good comedians in it for it to be horrible.
For it to be mediocre, I agree.
Yeah, I'm not going. I see your face. I see your face. I see the face that you're making.
Bro, I hate Soul Plane with a passion.
I can't.
Like, if there was one movie I can burn from existence, it would be Soul Plane.
Because like out of all the ways you could have put the fantasy of, okay, well, if the average black dude came up on this much money, what would he do with it? And that's what y'all came up with?
He gonna make some ghetto ass movie. Ghetto.
You're gonna get an airplane on 84.
They passing around Popeye's chicken. Bro, I like legit hate this movie. Like
that movie.
They got a basketball court. They got a basketball court in the terminal.
The only good thing about this movie that somebody leaked it.
That was a good thing.
No, it was good because it didn't really make it to the theaters like it was supposed to, because it got leaked. Soul Plane had got leaked, and I thought it went to
the movie theater.
It did, but nobody went because it got leaked. And
I saw it on TV. Either I saw it on TV or bootleg. It was one of the two, but
I think I was in high school when this thing came out. And like they was passing around in school.
And this the thing. It was such a racist movie. It was racist to everybody.
Yeah.
Like it was racist to white people, racist to black people, Hispanics.
It was an all-star cast. Like it was a hell of people in that movie.
Yeah.
But when you got the list of people who was in that movie, all on the same movie, there's no reason why. Pops, rest in peace, Pops. You had Godfrey on there, was the African dude. You had what's his name? Tom Arnold. You had the little boy who was taking over MTV at the time, was named Ryan Pinkston.
I think so,
you had KD Aubrey in there. You had old boy who do the voice of Uncle Ruckus from Boondocks. I'm like, I mean, the list goes on.
Oh yeah,
the list goes on. You had D.L. Hughley in the bathroom. I mean, come on, Monique at the end was TSA. The list goes on.
That was stupid. That was sexual harassment.
The list goes on.
Like, it was just like everything that you can do bad, this movie did. The airplane scene with the dude, I'm just like
the worst scene, the scene that it pissed me off was the animated scene where they had the plane flying like a bird. Like first it was on hydraulics. It was
when it was going like this.
Yeah, now it's flapping like a bird. Like, come on, bro. That's not even funny. I get where you was trying to go.
The plane had hydraulics. Method Man was in this. Method Man has turned into one of my favorite rapper actors. Shout out to Power.
And the only person that you could find to fly the plane is scared of heights, though.
But it's just like one of those things where it was like, oh yeah, you a black person, you just got some money. First thing you gonna do is buy a ghetto airline.
NWA.
only feed the people chicken. They had lockers. What?
Then you had Brian Hooks and some more. It was just, I mean, it's just a lot going on.
Scene? Yeah, Nah, cuz nah,
It's just a
man.
lot going on in that movie. But to
It
get
was
back to
so
Coming
much.
to America too, I
Mm-hmm.
feel like the one thing that Eddie Murphy started overdoing, because first of all, Nutty Professor was a hit. The fact that he 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 took Richard Pryor's blueprint as being able to play 15 different characters in one movie. You know what I'm saying? But Nutty Professor was a hit. Even Nutty Professor 2 was a hit. And it's like, okay, everybody recognizes that Eddie Murphy has this ability to play 19 different characters and be good at all of them. But like I said in the beginning, I feel like Coming to America 2 was just to get a bag. You can do something so great
Mm-hmm.
that it's like, don't even try to duplicate that because you're
It
not
was
going
the same
to.
story too.
Yeah.
The devil wrote Soul Plane. That's who wrote it. Just to answer the comment. The devil wrote Soul Plane.
The devil.
The devil wrote it. But I absolutely agree. Eddie Murphy was one of those talents, man. I think he kind of, you ever seen somebody so good at something that other people think that they can do it just as good and they're terrible at it? He did something that opened the gate for other people to be able to do this. And now I'm not saying he was the first one. What I'm saying is he was the most successful at doing it. Because a lot of people didn't even know that in Coming to America, the first one, that wasn't an actual Jewish white dude. They didn't know that was Eddie Murphy until the end. Yeah, so it's just like, when you take that type of talent and you bring it to the big screen, and then you come out and years later you come out and you do Nutty Professor, you know what I'm saying? Like you've now opened up another market. So now you open up the market to people like Tyler Perry. You open up to people to like Martin. Now, mind you,
Yep.
Martin was
Martin
doing this on his
Lawrence.
show, but he wasn't doing old black lady, the Medeas and all them, Big Mamas, all them. So you open up the gate for these movies, and then you continue to do this yourself, and it became now it's a gimmick. Now you got movies like I didn't care for the Nutty Professor 2 because it went a little little too far. The clumps,
Yeah. And then he
yeah,
did the same thing. He did the same thing in Norbit.
yeah, and then Norbit was disgusting. I'm sorry, it's just no, no, no,
I feel
not
like
at all.
I feel like Norbit was the black equivalent to Kip from Napoleon Dynamite.
I can see that. I can
Yeah,
see that.
yeah.
I don't know. It's
They
maybe
never
it was
be
the
that funny.
afro. I don't know. So it was some. I just hate.
It,
I like really don't like movies like that, man. And like I just is especially if it's something that could actually be like good. Like you could have done Coming to America too, and you could have done it in a good way. You know what I'm saying? Like you still had most of the actors that was in there from the first one. So it was like, okay, well, let's just make it where we take this movie and we make it, a different storyline. Like, okay, that's cool. The illegitimate child, that's cool. But it's like people started guessing and like guessing the movie before it even like finished. And it was because it was so predictable. Like you
yeah.
had like some pretty cool scenes that could have happened, like the whole scene with the lion. With a lion, was it like a lion hair or something like that? And he had to
Mm-hmm.
get the lion hair. Like you could have made that cool.
Yeah,
But
that
it was
was
just
stupid.
like,
That was dumb.
yeah, it just I don't know, man. It just wasn't like it wasn't a part that kind of stood out for me. And it was just like, oh well, I saw the potential. I saw the potential before this could like before I saw the movie. But like when you sit here and you tell me that, okay, well, Eddie Murphy is doing this movie, it's gonna be old school Eddie Murphy. It's gonna be Eddie Murphy from Coming to America, the first one. I bet, let's go. But if you telling me it's Eddie Murphy from Norbit, then I'm like,
Not
because
so
Yeah.
much.
I'm gonna tell you like this: if you go back, just for this one scene alone, where what's my boy, Sexual Chocolate,
Randy Watson.
Randy Watson. If you go back, and you see, man, what is this, bro? If you go back and you see the scene where Randy Watson comes out. Tell me he doesn't sound like Rasputia. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
And it was just like, why though?
I felt like I always use I always say this like kind of like in sports. I always felt like when it comes to coaches, like I always say this about coaches that I played for, when it's getting to the point where we're losing or the game is getting tough, like people have brain farts. And I feel like they had a good idea, but the idea they had didn't follow them on paper. Like they had a game plan, but somewhere down the line, like that game plan just went to shit. Because I don't know the exact timeline, but at one point in the movie, at the beginning stages of the movie, I was okay. I was a little bit okay. I mean, I wasn't thrilled, but I was okay. You know what I'm saying? Hoping it got better. But then they start reaching. Like when Wesley Snipes stormed the castle or whatever you want to call it and came in with 7 people. Like how you break into a whole capital, kingdom, whatever you want to call it, with 7 people. Like stuff like that, that was like a little too far-fetched. Like you didn't have no bodyguards. Like there's nobody there with no spears, no blowguns, no nothing, no elephants, like nothing.
Nah, because it wouldn't have went down like that in the first.
That's what I'm saying. Like it was like you kind of had that. If you wanted to expand this world, like you could have really done some dope stuff with it. Because they kind of did it in the first one where they had like the people come in, and they were dancing and doing, whatever. And it was just like, it got so goofy. And it was just like, it was overdone. And I was like, why?
Yeah,
like, it was
so much of it was extra, bro.
Because I guess so the girl that was hopping on one foot,
his wife.
No, that was the other one. The one that was supposed to be the first one. So the reason why I guess the war was happening wasn't that like Wesley Snipes' sister or something like that in the movie?
Was it his sister?
I don't remember, bro. And I'm not going back to watch it. I'm sorry, it's not gonna happen. So I just need somebody to tell me. But anyway, I think that was his sister, and like that's the reason why the war was getting ready to start or whatever. And it was just kind of like you missed a chance to have like a decent plot point to where you got this this other village or whatever, because it was just like nobody really cared that. So I guess it was because Eddie Murphy wasn't the same king that Joffrey was, so that's why they were attacking or something like that.
What? Yeah, kind of. Yeah, and I think also too they was attacking, but he also like tried to make a deal with him about by his daughter. I heard you got a son now, yada yada yada.
Right.
Whatever. I like, even though it was a comedy, I felt like it was a bad like the so-called fighting or war aspect of it was horrible. Like if they would have kept it, if they did a different way than coming to the castle or whatever, I think that would have been a little bit. I think that would like changed a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, them storming outside or them outside doing, but it was too much at the one
It was
at
overly
one
animated.
time, like so bad,
Overly
so
animated.
bad. They was trying to hit home runs the whole entire movie, and there was overlap.
They were depending on people's nostalgia. That's what it was. Like they were depending on people's nostalgia for the first movie, and they were like, "Oh well, we're gonna make this, this be the the next whatever." But they were kind of, and that's what a lot of these movies do. Like, man, they count on people's nostalgia to be like, "Oh well, it was great." At this point, like, let's make it again, for the new generation, and it sucks.
You know what that reminds me of? Another bad movie just popped into my head. House Party 4.
Oh,
with terrible. Yes, it was terrible.
Yeah.
The first one was dope. The second one was dope. The third one is my personal favorite. But 4? Delete that. You got to delete that.
Yeah.
You got to backspace that whole movie.
Because I think it just once franchises go on too long, they stop caring. They just know that you're gonna show up to get it, and you're gonna show up to watch this movie, and that's gonna be it. And we're gonna get that money, we're gonna get that check.
I think they should. I don't think they should keep. One thing I hate about ongoing franchises where they try to like pass the torch to people. It's kind of like Coming to America, like when you have Eddie Murphy, then you go down to the sun or whatever. I don't like it. If you're gonna do 2 or 3 movies, get about it. Get about it, and just because. I mean, I think Coming to America did a great job on waiting so long to make a second one. It did make everybody run to the TV and watch it. But man, it's just overall bad movies, man. It's so many. I think another one I had in my head was Little Man. With Sean Marlon. With one Rashad's favorite people, Marlon. He's a huge Marlon fan. He had a poster, but it fell in the background. It fell. He had a chance.
It was here to be burned. I'm gonna tell you that. Bro,
that movie was so bad, man. Like, we keep saying that we understand it has to have a fantasy aspect of it coming at, but come on, like sometimes you're reaching. The one thing about the movie I hated about it the most was when he supposedly swallowed this big ass diamond. Bro, you dead. First of all, if you're able to swallow it, first of all, that's number one. If you're able to, and then after you do swallow it, but you listen. Let's say for instance, you're able to swallow it. It gets to your stomach. Some type of way it goes through your small intestine. Coming out, brother, you gonna die.
Marlon Wayans is right underneath Ben Affleck as far as like people that I just don't.
You got high expectations for him, but
no, there are no expectations when it comes to Marlon Wayans at all.
Matter of fact, on that note, how do you feel about the movie he did where he found out he had 5 brothers?
Oh man.
We're gonna move on to something else. That's what we're gonna do.
Okay, the what was the other one? The elevator movie. Where he was naked in the elevator going time travel.
Listen, Marlon Wayans is one of those people, man, and this is what bothers me about it, because I've seen a brother act before, like really good, like in The Sixth Man, like
one of my favorite basketball movies of all.
Honestly, man, it is, and I've seen this man act good before. I've seen him act, before. Like he has acting chops somewhere there. He doesn't use them. He just screams and yells and does irritating stuff. I can't.
He's definitely the little brother you got to beat up,
Bro, every time.
He's
like you got that friend that got like a little brother, and every time you go over there, he be like annoying y'all, and you just want to just like stomp him out one good time.
Yeah,
that's Marlon Wayans. Every time I see Marlon Wayans, I just want to just stomp him out one.
So you ain't like you ain't like Haunted House then either. What's it called, Haunted House?
The one with your girl from
when Affion Crockett was like,
yeah,
what the hell is your furniture, cuz?
Yeah.
But Marlon got a handful, don't he?
Hey, listen, the crazy part about it, bro, it's a group of people who are riding die with this crap.
They are. That's why people make it though. Because I mean, I'm like, and I don't mean like, there's certain people that just like senseless fun. They just like senseless fun. I understand it. Like it's like I'm that way when it comes to cartoons. Cartoons, senseless fun. You know what I'm saying? It's just because I already know what I'm getting myself into. But if I go see a movie, like I watched Interceptor. And I'm trying to figure out how this lady got 4 minutes to do this thing. She got to beat up the dude. Okay, that's already happening. So then she falls into the ocean. She has to climb back up this tower. One arm. She only has one arm. So she's swinging with one arm with under a minute to go. It's like 10 seconds and she still got to climb up the ladder to get up to the top of the roof. And she makes it with 1 second left. You like, that's what I mean when I say you want me to suspend belief. It's not going to happen, though. It's not going to happen.
That goes around what I was saying about how like these sports movies, the last score, the winning shot, whatever.
Yeah.
And they
Morris Chestnut is in 2 movies where he is just not looking athletic at all.
And like it take you 5 minutes to do a 10-second. Come on, bro.
No.
Come on.
Like, okay, so in that aspect, the Michael Jordan thing when he's in Space Jam, it works. You know why? Because I know what I'm getting myself into when I go see Space Jam. I know what's about to happen. It's Looney Tunes.
Right. Just like you said, because it's a cartoon, like,
but when I go see like Mike and Lil Bow Wow is Duncan, and Morris Chestnut is a basketball player, I'm not with it, dog. I'm not.
Lil Bow Wow in that movie, he sounded like he was reading the whole time. It sounded like he was reading. It sounded like they called him to the front of the class.
I'm at that point with certain movies. I don't even care about the dialogue anymore. I watch the dialogue and now I'm just looking. Now I'm just looking for just bad stuff. It's like I said with movies like how we were sitting there talking about A Fall from Grace and how everything we could look and see exactly what's going on, how bad that stuff really is. If you go back and you see a good movie, you're not gonna see those things because it's not meant for you to see.
Right.
Like you're more focused on the movie. There are things there, but you're more so focused on the actual movie itself. Versus when it's A Fall from Grace, and you like, bro, this man is eating the air. He is drinking oxygen right now.
Straight eating air.
Why are they in a Checkers with wine glasses? Like, that's the type of stuff you pay attention to. But I'm pretty sure if you go watch The Matrix, it's somebody doing something crazy in there. It's somebody doing something they ain't supposed to. It's somebody looking when the camera's not even on them, or they saying hey to their family or something like that. and they can go back. Hey, I said hey to you at this point. But it's stuff like that that happens in those type of movies. But when it comes to bad movies, and you're able to look at that type of stuff, oh no, dog, I can't.
Oh yeah. I mean, not to keep bringing it, but that fall from grace, like when they was outside of the restaurant, there was nobody in the parking lot.
It was a drive-through.
It was a drive-through at the park.
I was like, they had checkers.
Man, these people said the whole.
But it's just like it's bad
and
movies,
a fancy
though,
water
man.
brother.
It's when people don't care. When they just don't care and they just slapping you in the face with it. By the way, everybody, please smash the like button if you're in here. Really, really would appreciate it. But nah, man. No, I can't. I know like sometimes people just do stuff just to put movies out there, and they just looking for a check. Like big studios do it all the time. That's the problem that I had with Jurassic World. I just felt like it was just put out there for money, a money grab. It was so many bad things going on, like the whole thing in the plane, man, where the girl. Well, people haven't watched it, so if you haven't watched it, I'm not gonna spoil it for you. I'll let you go ahead and watch it. I continue with whatever we're talking about, but it's a scene in here where somebody is doing something, and it makes no sense because what's gonna follow, it's inevitable. So it's like you put somebody in a situation where they can die when they could have just stayed where they was and they would have been perfectly fine because you were perfectly fine. And that's why I was just like, nah, man. Nah.
How many can y'all think of any like really low budget? I know probably Shard don't watch low budget because he bougie, but low budget films that was horrible. Like I can't even think of the name, but I watched one.
This is a movie called Sniper on Netflix. Listen, bro, I watch bad movies.
I watched one a couple of days ago where somebody was watching and I was questioning what they was watching. And basically it was two guys, two drug dealers, and they were shooting at each other, and the guy shot his son. And he went to prison. So the dad went to prison on purpose to kill the people who shot his son.
Was that a Boris Kodjoe movie?
Boris Kodjoe? Boris Kodjoe? Man, I'm not about to play with y'all. I'm not watching
the man built a gun from scratch in jail.
Yeah, see, yeah.
With paper. No.
Okay, so remember the movie I told you a kid to watch, right? Remember the movie I told you a kid to watch? Velocipaster? Velocipaster is
it a dinosaur creature?
Yeah, he talks to a dinosaur. Like... Velocipaster.
You were serious. I was
bro, it's one of the worst.
I was joking, but you were dead ass.
It was one of the worst movies I've seen ever.
So he's like turned to a dinosaur.
And it's like I get it, like people like make those movies to be seen, but like they'll make them like they make it for the value of this about to be a joke.
But
it's really not. It's really not.
Who is it saying watch it?
It's real. She played because that movie is bad. Movie is
so
bad.
Is he's a bro? You're gonna have to like give me like a small summary.
No, I can't give you a synopsis. You know
because I was joking.
I don't know a synopsis to give you. There was at one point I just stopped caring. I just watched it. I just stopped caring what happened. I just knew.
So he was a preacher that turned into a dinosaur.
He's a priest.
Yeah. So he's white.
He's not even a pastor. He's a priest. He's a father. Like Father O'Malley. He's not a pastor.
I'm trying to bridge the gap.
There's no gap, bro. it's just a movie. Yeah. That was my face watching the movie right there. That was my face the entire time watching the movie. I was just like, bro, ain't no way. Ain't no way. Ain't no way.
I don't get it.
It's nothing to get. It's nothing to get.
Now I'm upset because I feel like I'm forced to look this up.
Oh yeah.
I'm forced to look this.
Listen, somebody sent it. I need you to have the same energy I had watching it. Oh, it's bad.
Hold up. So it's people in the comment section who have seen this?
Oh yeah. This listen, man. Like I said, somebody got to watch it to give it to you.
Well, what in the Blockbuster video was this?
Oh, I don't even know what it wasn't. It was one of those ones that it looked like it was shot on like a Nokia phone. Yeah.
All right. So was it like supposed to be some type of like Incredible Hulk type of deal?
Okay, let me see. If I'm gonna paint you a picture. There's a scene in this movie where a car explodes. Nothing is there, but you hear the explosion sound. Like the car is there at one point, and then it's not there at another point, but you still hear the explosion sound.
I feel like what you're saying is something that actually happened, but I'm drawing a blank on what you're saying.
Brother, listen.
Like this movie where he's taking a lunch break.
Like, brother,
look, I seen. I don't know what I seen something on TikTok. Somebody had posted something about something that was so bad. It was like some type of African action movie where these people were driving in the car and the people in front of them was shooting at them. So instead of the bullets hitting the windshield, what they did was they put like they did like pop up things of a bullet hole, but it's inside the car. So as the car going, you can see the bullet hole staying in the middle of the screen.
You remember when the rappers used to make movies like State Property? What's the other one? What's the one with Master P? No, Silk Shocker. Oh God. No.
It was an action movie.
It was an action movie.
Silk the Shocker in an action movie?
Yes.
Yeah, it was like at the end, he drove the car into like the ocean or something.
It was back when like DMX was doing movies.
Defined action.
Car like chases,
gunshots. I can't even think. I know you're talking about. I can't think of the name.
Oh my God! Yeah, what is the name of this movie?
And he was the main character.
Huh? Yeah. His dad was like a police officer or something like that. Oh man, what is this movie? Oh God, I gotta find it.
Listen, I think this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do.
Was
this.
It Hot Boys? I think it was Hot Boys. It was Hot Boys. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And he sounded like he was rapping the whole time.
Yeah. Listen, it's movies. I just don't.
Oh, boy.
I don't understand. What people think. I don't understand what they were thinking when they made these.
Oh God, they wasn't.
It's just, it's like, are you serious?
It's another movie like that with Fat Joe in it.
I don't know, man.
It's a movie like I remember, the only thing I can remember about the movie was it was a running scene where Fat Joe was running. When Fat Joe was running, I said he got caught. He caught.
Bro, anytime I see a movie that has anytime I see a movie that has like rappers in it, I just know I just know it's about to go left.
Okay, so we talk about the same Silk Shocker.
See, yeah.
Yeah.
The Silk Shocker that can't rap. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Hot Boys. I remember it.
Yeah.
It sounds very familiar now, but I never watched Hot Boys. I watched.
It was on BET all the time.
I watched about it, but I did not. No.
It was on BET all the time. Black Entertainment Television had some gems. I'm just gonna put that out there.
Same thing with, was it Paper Soldiers? Or, yeah, Paper Soldiers.
Oh, that one was hilarious.
With Benny Siegel in it, and Dame Dash.
Yeah.
Kevin Hart was Paper Soldiers, right?
Yeah.
Paper Soldiers. Oh my God. That car chase scene. I think it was at like a facility or something like that. It was towards the end. I remember bits and pieces of it.
Okay. Bam said the name of the movie. Go check it out, Mo.
Oh yeah, it's definitely Hot Boys. Yeah. Oh, it's horrible.
It's horrible. It's bad.
Yeah. I never pinned Silk Shocker as an actor. I mean, I didn't believe Master P when he was in I Got the Hookup either. But yeah. Oh, Baller Blocking was one of the funniest ones.
Oh man, I remember
Takers.
Hey, I ain't even gonna lie.
I don't remember Takers. I don't think so.
I love Baller Blocking, bro.
You love Baller Blocking?
I posted Baller Blocking, bro.
Oh God.
I forgot what. I don't remember that. What was that one?
That was with Cash
Juvie
Money.
was the main character.
Never mind. Never seen it. No.
Man, listen, man. It's some bad.
I don't mind like rappers being like doing like cameos, but where's the whole cast? It's the record label, bro.
It was the whole crew. I think everybody was in there. And Baller Blocking, I think everybody was in there.
Juvie, BG, Wayne, Turk,
yeah,
Baby,
all of them.
Manny Fresh.
Are you talking about Takers with like Idris Elba with him? I actually like that. I didn't like T.I. in it. He was terrible. T.I. can't act. I'm sorry. Yeah.
That's stupid, man.
It's something about Michael Ealy I don't like, bro. I don't know what it is.
He light skinned.
No, I ain't. I feel like he's been huh?
I was like, he can't use that. He light skinned too, so he can't say he don't like Michael because he likes him.
He was in like. I feel like he's typecasted in these roles that he's just not. Like he's not a gangster. He's not a thug. He's not. But when he played Ricky in Barbershop, I was like, he had that one single neck tattoo.
Yeah, but he was a whole thug, cuz. He was a whole
like,
thug.
why you got that one single neck tattoo? Who are you? Who you supposed to be? Did he have any other tattoos? They were like small. They were like Drake tattoos. They were just small and randomly placed. What? I guess. I don't know, man.
It do look like he went to get somebody wishes and did it. Yeah. Like he wasn't supposed to get it.
Yeah, like he look like one of the people that they say they sell drugs, but you don't believe them.
Yeah, exactly what he look. Exactly. Really?
So what? No.
Really? It's to do with my job like that, bro. It's to do with my job. Every morning I talk to this guy, and he tells me he's from New York. Mm-hmm. And I know this is off topic, but I gotta tell this story because nobody's going. So he went to the story about how he was with this girl, and his girl messed around and gave him like a STD, right? So the girl gave him STD. So he goes home and to confront the girl about what happened. He was like, "Hey, you've been messing with," and she's denied it. she's denied it. That part is seeing the truth. But this is where it took a turn for me. He said, "I went in the closet and got my gun, and I put it in her mouth, and I told her to bite down on the barrel." And he continued to ask this girl who she been sleeping with. First of all, you can't tell somebody to bite down on the barrel and ask a question at the same time. And he was like, "Yeah, I had a bad throat." This was really got me. He was like,
Nino Brown movie.
Yeah. So then this was really got me. He was like, "So I got pissed off. I slapped her and I pushed her down the stairs and I fractured her face." And I'm like, "Dang, that's crazy." But wait, this one really got me. He said, and then you know what I'm saying, I was at the gas station the next day. I seen her at the gas station. She seen me, she got scared and drove off and didn't even pump her gas. Who gets their face fractured and pumping gas the next day?
So let me get this straight. This man is interrogating her with a gun in her mouth at the top of the staircase all at the same time.
Yeah. Then pimp slapped her and then pushed her down the stairs and she fractured her face.
Yeah, I feel like we got to the point where we gonna go ahead and end the show.
Thanks a lot, dude. Appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, man. So yeah, that was terrible. That was terrible, but this has been terrible Tuesday. Bro. This has been terrible Tuesday. Don't forget to hit us up for your shit.
Got merch.
We got merch on deck. So yeah, don't forget to hit us up. Check out the Patreon. And make sure you subscribe. Make sure you tell your mama them. Tell your mama them. Tell them to come on here, chill with us. We're gonna be here Thursday, the Throwback Thursday. Still trying to figure out what we're gonna do for that one. But yeah, y'all come chill with us. We're gonna have some fun. We're gonna do some stuff. And hopefully Duke never tells another story like that again. So we ain't gotta deal with that no more. Because it was terrible. It was terrible.
It was terrible Tuesday, man.
Terrible Tuesday. You sealed it. You sealed the terrible Tuesday. Man. You sealed it all, big dog. So
you're welcome. You're welcome.
You were the closer today, my brother.
Yeah.
Hey, before we get out of here, man, let me hand out some flowers, man. Rashad, as always, man, I appreciate you, brother. This has exceeded way more than I thought it would. You had turned something from an idea to a brotherhood, and I really, really appreciate that, man. And I'm glad to be a part of some. Also, my boy Mo, man, you came on. I love your content. If you don't follow my boy Mo on TikTok, King Mo, great content, cool dude, man. Like I told him before, when we came up with the idea of having guests, Mo was the first person that popped up in my head. So I appreciate you coming on, taking the time.
Most definitely, man. You came with some real good knowledge too. I appreciate that. Like you watching movies, so I appreciate that.
Like I said, like I told Duke, man, I appreciate him for even considering me. You know what I'm saying? He reached out to me and told me that I was the first person he thought of. And you know what I'm saying? He plugged me in so that I could watch the podcast and try to get a feel of it, you know what I'm saying, before I came on. So, Duke, I appreciate you. Rashad, I appreciate you. I ain't get to meet Ken this time, but you know what I'm saying? Whenever y'all need me, man, just let me know. I'll pull up anytime. I appreciate y'all for having me.
Oh, most definitely, man. Most definitely. Well, this has been the Popcorn in Your Beard podcast. I'm your host, Rashad, along with the fellas.
This your boy Duke, your favorite fat person.
And we want to thank our guest King Mo for coming on and chilling with us.
Follow me on TikTok, King Mo 254. Follow me on TikTok.
Yeah, definitely follow. He's good brother over here. He brought some funny. He brought some funny to the table.
Yes,
man, Big Ken, we miss you, brother. I know you're watching over there doing your thing. So we're gonna see y'all next time, man. And make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe, and tell your mama them
Tell your mama then. Even your grandma. She might be sleeping. Wake up.
Your grandma, she can catch the replay. Go ahead and send it to her. Yeah, send it to everybody. We're gonna catch y'all next time. All right, peace.